watch Creed 2 tomorrow night without him.
You darn right, I am. Because I was gonna go. I had the perfect chance on Thanksgiving weekend, and I didn't get to go because he told me not to go.
Yeah.
He's not the boss of me.
I went. We went Saturday. I went Sunday to watch Creed 2.
Was it good?
It was really, really good. I want to watch it again, but it might have been better than the first one.
Ooh, that's good. That's tough.
Yeah, it was at least on par with the first one.
All right. Well, I'm going tomorrow night. I'll see if Greg wants to go. Chris, have you seen the first one?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well. Anyways, let's talk about a movie we have seen. But first, let's do some intros. I'm your host, Tyler, and with me tonight, as always, I have my buddy Lucas.
Hey, hey.
And my buddy Chris.
Hi.
Chris,
I could tell you were trying to think of something, and just nothing came.
That's exactly what happened.
yeah, you've been pretty lit with your the how you doing howdies, here recently.
Skibbity skoo, I had to poo.
That doesn't fit in that situation though. Unless you do, I guess you do have to poo.
I'm just going to pause the game because there's a lot going on.
Okay. Thank you. But as promised this week, we're going to talk about Crimes of Grindelwald, and then Chris had a topic he wanted to talk about later in the episode, kind of closer to the end. But this is a big thing. We're talking about the movie Grindelwald. It's been our 2-week grace period. So we're doing spoilers. Right, guys?
We'll try to do the first part spoiler-free.
Okay.
But at some point, we will get into spoilers.
Yeah, we'll say, hey, this is going to be a spoiler or something. And if we don't, we gave you freaking warning. That's the thing. It's we've had this, kind of disclaimer, since we started. If we talk, we'll give you 2 weeks, but if you don't see it after 2 weeks, it's fair game. But anyways, we went the weekend we recorded the last podcast. We went, the day before it debuted or whatever. We went Saturday before Thanksgiving was when we went to see Crimes of Grindelwald.
Saturday.
It was the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Oh, it was Saturday after Thanksgiving.
It was literally last week.
Yes. Yeah. I'm so confused about timing.
The movie came out on the 16th.
That's what it was. Yeah. There's my timeline. Movie came out November 16th. We went and saw it the next week. We were on Thanksgiving break, and we went to see it. Guys, what was your first initial thought? And we're going to do this individually, so whichever one of you guys wants to start, go first.
Okay. My initial thought was I did not enjoy it at all. And then I got back and started thinking about it and thinking about the possibilities, and I still didn't enjoy it.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's not good. That's not good if that's how we're starting. All right, Chris.
And a little bit. Hold on. I mean, I can talk about it. I know why I didn't like it, and I feel like they're pretty good complaints. But at the same time, this is coming from. I didn't like the first Fantastic Beasts either, so that's a little background on where I'm coming from. I had very low expectations for this movie. It was probably a little better than my expectations, but not by much.
So I'm going to leave in all the stuff we talked about Creed to show that you do like some stuff.
Yeah, no. So with that being said, I watched Fantastic Beasts on Saturday and then watched Creed 2 on Sunday. And the difference between in my opinion, a really, really, really good movie that has fantastic music, fantastic, high energy, all that kind of stuff, very powerful meanings and themes throughout. And then you have Fantastic Beasts, which was just a husk of, I don't know. I mean, it's essentially fan service at this point.
Not even that, because I did not feel service.
Well, there you go. So, bad fan service at this point.
Okay. All right, Chris, how did, I mean, not that we don't already know, but Don't like go into like why you didn't like it. Just like say like give us like a brief summary, and then we're gonna go into the deeper like why why you didn't like it.
Oh boy. Okay. Tar-
So you
He's
haven't
still
picked
heated.
up on this
He's
yet.
still heated.
well,
Chris-
well, I did some preparation work by listening to a podcast about the movie today, and they didn't really talk about why they didn't review it. They just sort of explored what some of the stuff could mean. Critique it before because I wanted to rage against it with somebody because I did not like it.
Go back a little bit because your mic like skipped out.
I don't know where to start though.
You said they didn't review it or something.
They didn't review it. They just discussed the implications of what happened and the themes of the movie. I wanted them to say, "Hey, this is what we didn't like about the movie," and I would have been like, "Yes, I also hated that," but I hated a lot of it. So
Okay.
I don't. I just there's a oh okay. I'm all right.
Kirby, tell us how you hated the movie.
Well, I want to precursor this. Like, Chris and Lucas have both like read the books, listened to the books multiple times, right? Like more than once at least.
I've read all the books. Well, minus 5 and 6. I've read 1 through 4, and then 7, and listened to all of them twice. So I mean, I know what's going on in the books.
Yeah, and like Chris is pretty much the same. Like, how many times have you read it, Chris?
Dude, I don't even know.
See, like that's. I've read a couple of the books. I've seen all the movies multiple times, except Fantastic Beasts 1. Which, like, I mean, I liked it just because it was like, oh, hey, there's these magical creatures, and this is all what they do.
Well, the first one, I liked the first one. I thought the first one was cool. This one, I was like,
Okay. So that's where I'm coming from. Like, I enjoyed the first one. I enjoy all the Harry Potter movies. For me, like, I'm gonna say this, and they're probably gonna like shoot it down immediately as I say this. And Chris has like a taunting candle under his chin to like give him like intimidating lighting. But I thought it was an entertaining movie. For me, the Harry Potter fan that's a little bit more than casual, but not very. Like it's wizards and like spells and magical beasts and stuff. The thing that I thought was tough was the plot wasn't very well like
non-existent.
It was like watching a Game of Thrones episode that you did in half of the plot lines like I've never even seen these characters before. So how am I supposed to relate to that?
Watching an entire season of Game of Thrones cut down to 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
because it's like we're gonna jump over here. I'm like, but I don't. Okay.
Yeah. So like their plot line was not very delineated. Also, like delineated, it means like shown.
Sure, I don't know what it means.
Or brought attention to.
Yeah, you were good.
Yeah, Chris was like questioning my word.
I didn't know what I didn't know what the word meant. That's what I was asking.
Oh, delineate. Like I use that a lot in my like day job because we use delineators on roads because it shows like hazards and stuff. It's what I know. But like
it's who I am.
Lucas talked about fan service.
Don't even start me about that phrase. Okay.
Wait, what did Lucas say?
In the movie it was who am I, but who I am.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, that was.
Okay. Anyways, so as the little more than casual fan of Harry Potter, I thought the fan service was good to an extent.
Oh, it was garbage. It was all bad.
No. I said to an extent. I liked like the Nagini thing of like, hey, this is Nagini. This is why I want to know, but I want to know between the point we see her to where she like follows Voldemort or whatever. I didn't like the Nicholas Flamel stuff because it was like making like light of this character that made this like pretty much powerful sorcery weapon. And then
weapon.
Wait, what?
Sorcerer's Stone's not a weapon.
I mean, it's basically a weapon.
No,
they use it to melt faces.
What are you talking about?
What
he touches the stone and then he touches the dude's face and it turns.
That's not okay. That's not why he melted. He didn't even melt.
Because
he turned to dust.
Yeah,
he turns to dust.
It's a movie.
So it's okay. Well, what's happened in the books?
He gets a bunch of boils on his face or something, right?
I mean, he turns to dust still in the book, if I remember right. It's been
Is it because
a few months.
Voldemort's on the back of
It's
his head and like Harry
Yeah,
Potter and him?
Voldemort
Oh,
can't
okay.
touch him. Yeah.
it's
I thought it was
because
all.
of his mother's protection.
From all this point, I thought it was the Sorcerer's Stone.
Nope.
No.
It's just the device. It was a thing that would allow Voldemort to live forever.
Yeah, if you
Oh.
go back and watch the movie, whenever they meet in that alley, the bar before you go into Diagon Alley,
Yeah.
Chris, what's it called?
The bar, the Leaky Cauldron.
Leaky Cauldron. Whenever they meet for the first time there, in the movie, Harry Potter goes to shake his hand, like, nice to meet you. And
This is
Quill.
different from the book, though.
it is different from the book.
Yeah.
But Professor Quill, like, doesn't touch him, like, he avoids him in the movie.
Yeah, because everybody thinks, oh, he's a germaphobe or something, you know.
Right.
But
Nothing
yeah.
wrong with that, my man.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, Chris is a germaphobe, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's completely fine. He's gonna stay healthy. But anyways, also he's sporting one of our sweet shirts. Oh my gosh, I love it. But anyways, they're not on sale anymore. But anyways,
Okay.
but anyways, Sorcerer's Stone, like I felt like it was glossed over. Like it's like, oh hey, did you see that? It was kind of like what I want to put reference to. It was like Captain America's shield in the second Iron Man. Like it was just used to like prop something up. Like it was just used for something in a safe to make it look like, oh hey, this is Nicholas Flamel. It's proof that he created Sorcerer's Stone or whatever. Like
We need proof.
I mean, like it showed, like that.
Okay, this doesn't matter. We need to keep. Yeah, this is superfluous discussion. Let's get down to the brass tacks.
Okay. So here's my thoughts. Entertaining fan service to an extent was okay, but some of it was dumb. Okay,
There you go.
That's
Fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
So you want to just go straight into spoilers? Because I'm trying to think of a way that I can talk about this movie. And
I can't.
I'm pretty much.
compare to Shrek.
We've pretty much already. I've talked about spoilers.
We haven't
Kinda,
talked about
like,
any
tiny
Nicholas
spoilers.
ones.
Flamel was in the trailer.
Yeah, but Nagini
Yeah.
wasn't. Like
Yes,
it
she
showed a
was.
girl
Nagini was
Nagini, but they didn't
absolutely
say it
in the
was.
trailers.
It showed the girl, but they didn't say
Absolute-
it was Nagini.
Dude.
She
I think
turns. She
That
turns
was announced.
into the snake.
That was announced though. That was
Is-
public domain websites. That was on the open web. You could have found that.
Okay.
If you looked up the IMDb cast, it would have said whatever her name is, Nagini.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're getting to actual spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, we're sorry. You can still listen. We don't care. It's your ears
Yeah.
and your viewing experience. But anyways, Lucas, I guess we'll start with you. What was the main thing you did not like?
The main thing.
Well, like we're gonna go on a list. Like what was the number one thing, and then you do number two. We're gonna do a list. I don't know. How do you want to do it, Chris?
I'm trying to think of just one thing.
I know my one thing.
Go
Like,
for it.
it's a very broad one thing that encompasses pretty much the entire movie, but
No, that's good though, because then we can talk about it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the overall plot of the movie was completely negated in the last 5 minutes of the film.
Okay. Yeah. I'll follow that. Yeah.
So there were a whole lot of extra characters and side like little plots and all this stuff that never got tied up in any way. And I think I read this in another article or watched it or listened to another podcast or something, but whenever they said it, it made perfect sense. They were more focused on the movies that were coming than on this
Yeah.
movie. So it was like, let's just introduce all of these little different side plots and problems and situations and then never address them again throughout the movie. That was my biggest problem with this movie.
Yeah. No, yeah, I understand that because for me, thinking, like, being a movie person, like, someone that enjoys movies, watches a lot of movies, I've seen many trilogies. I feel like they left too many things untied for the next movie to sum up, you know?
Right. And
There's
the
5
thing-
movies.
right.
There's 5? Oh my gosh, I thought it was
Yeah.
only 3. So, I mean,
And-
that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, and the main thing that they used to drive this movie, which is, if we're in spoilers, I'm going to go ahead and say it,
Yeah.
is that Credence, the black smoke monster from Lost.
Obscurist. The Obscurist.
Obscurial, or
Whatever.
Was a
I was close.
Lestrange, the half-brother of Zoe
Lita.
Kravitz's character. I don't even know her name.
Wait, who's Zoe
and-
Kravitz? That's the played his little sister in the first one.
What?
Oh no, Zoe Kravitz played.
Zoe Kravitz
played.
played
Lestrange.
Lita, or
What's her name?
Lestrange.
Lenny
Lestrange.
Lita Lestrange. Yeah.
Lita.
Lenny? What?
Sorry.
You say Lenny?
Well, that's
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
No, but yeah, but they're not. So like the whole setup for this movie was like, okay, none of this needed to happen.
Okay. So you said Lost, like the black smoke creature from Lost, but this whole thing of like, oh hey, this plot's important, and then it's not, is so much like Lost. Cause like,
But Lost, outside of after the third season, they kind of go off the rails. But before the third season, they usually tied everything up pretty good. I will say that.
one thing that I thought should have happened with like Lita Lestrange and Newt's background and his like show like their relationship sooner in the movie to where like it at least gives you like, who the frick is that when he sees her in the first 3 minutes of the movie? Like, give me something. And then how does his brother and her become a thing? I just don't understand all that love triangle thing. Is it even a love triangle? I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
But like,
Can't be now.
I mean, yeah, it can't be now. But
No.
like, why does Newt's brother think it is? Because Newt's got him a lady. I just don't understand it.
I don't think his brother thinks it's a love triangle.
I thought his brother thought that he still had feelings. Like Newt's brother, whatever his name was, Theseus.
Theseus.
Yeah, Theseus thought Newt had feelings for Lita, and thought Lita might like Newt a little bit still or something.
Oh,
I picked up
that.
like this like macho, like always flexing kind of thing from Theseus.
I think that was just him.
It could have been. I have no clue, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
But also the relationship between Lita, like who she was, and Newt's relationship should have been flushed out earlier, I think.
Yeah.
Because, like, why do you care? Like, why does it matter? Why is she there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And why is Newt the guy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This the first movie was like about for the majority of the movie, he was the main player here, right?
Right.
And so now, like he's a supporting character. This is
Yeah.
a movie about Dumbledore and Grindelwald. That's straight up.
Yeah.
No, like I feel bad for Eddie Redmayne. He signed on at the first for one movie, and he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good." And then 5 movies. Oh yeah, sweet. I'm gonna be the head of this thing. And then now Jude Law's like, "What up, dude? Dumbledore
Yeah.
in the house. I got that BDE, big Dumbledore energy. Let's roll."
Yeah. Well, I think why he was the guy was because he knew how to like take on the Obscurial or something, and like.
Okay, well, counterpoint. And when he's in the Ministry of Magic and they're saying that Credence is still alive, he's shocked. He doesn't know why that's possible.
Yeah.
So he's
No,
there's
He
something
also-
about it.
I could have swore that he
Nope.
knew. Maybe you sure it wasn't like an act? Like, oh wait,
Uh,
Credence is still alive. What?
Why would it be an act?
Because he's trying to protect Credence. That was
And
what the whole
plus-
first movie was about.
They were wanting him to go find him, Tyler.
Say that again. Your mic keeps cutting out.
The Ministry of Magic was wanting him to go find Credence in the first place. Lying about it wouldn't have done anything.
I mean, he was trying all of his options.
Oh my God.
Carry on, Chris. Just carry on.
No, you've thrown me off track. I don't even know what you were talking about.
We were talking about why Newt was the
Why
guy.
Newt is the guy. Okay,
He's not.
because
Well,
but
why is everybody going towards him then?
yeah, like I don't I mean, the movie is Fantastic Beast, referring to the beasts that are in his suitcase. But the thing is, like, you know, he has this special power almost that nobody else really has of controlling and befriending these beasts. And they're never
They're not even used in this movie.
usefully used, except for the Niffler in the last act, and it wasn't even.
Deus Ex Niffler.
Yeah, it wasn't even Newt being like, "Hey, go steal his little blood thing," and plus, it's just that he got loose and that's what he stole.
Well, like Pick was useful.
Yeah, it was
Pick,
shiny and he.
Yeah, but again, he didn't even think about him. It just
Exactly.
like it's not like he's controlling them or like
it's
you know
not
what
like
I mean?
he's some mastermind.
It's like
Exactly.
Niffler's gonna niffle.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like there, and it's like there's not really a reason.
And there's like, okay, so like other than the scene where he like goes to check on all of his creatures at his house or whatever,
With Bunty.
with Bunty who's got like this weird
tough
like,
look for Bunty, man.
Yeah.
Bunty
Perhaps
trying.
you take off your shirt. Oh, you tried, Bunty. You tried.
Yeah.
But like my whole thing is like so you had like the dragon cat tiger thing, you had Pick, and you had Niffler that were like the only three beasts that were like main things in this whole movie.
Dude, Pig didn't do anything. He just like rolled. He just chilled out in his pocket the whole movie.
He picked a lock to get him out.
Yeah.
Oh, one lock. Okay.
Well, no, and he showed up. He was like what showed Lita that him and what's her face were at the
Yeah, but
the
that
ministry.
wasn't necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, he messed up on that one.
Yeah.
Because in 30 seconds in the scene before it, they made a point of whenever they were in Hogwarts still, they were like, I've made friends with him, so they usually hide from anybody else, but whenever they know you, they'll come out.
Well, he knew like Pick
I didn't
knew
even catch
Lita.
that.
Pick knew Lita.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they had to put that scene in there just so that we would know that that's why the little grasshopper came out.
Also,
they couldn't have had him just like not be as fast as them when it's turning. That's all they had to do.
yeah.
And then she just peeked it. Come on, I don't know.
Also, the other creature that is important in this movie is a phoenix. Like, why? How does Credence get the phoenix to begin with?
Yeah, so I have okay, so massive
Okay, hold
spoiler.
on just a second. Okay, I'm ready for this.
Okay, yeah, massive. I mean, this
Well,
is
we
the point of the movie.
Yeah.
So Credence is, well, back it up. Grindelwald
Is a bad
tells
guy.
Credence. Yeah, Grindelwald is the bad guy, which they never really give you a reason to hate.
Like, he didn't do anything.
Except he did kill a family plus their kid.
He also killed a
Well,
bunch
his
of like
lieutenants killed him.
auras in the beginning.
Right. But why were they chasing him in the first place? Like, they never really say. Anyway, it's beside the point. That's another problem I have with the movie, is I don't understand why Grindelwald... Like, I know why Grindelwald's the bad guy, but at the same time...
They never tell you in the movie.
It's never explicitly stated. They're just constantly going after him. But anyway...
Chris is like bottling up. You need to hurry up and get to your
yeah,
point, dude.
I know. I need to get to it. I was trying to remember where I left off at. So Grindelwald tells Credence, who this entire movie is trying to figure out who he actually is, that he is Aurelius Dumbledore, and that this little naked bird,
A
that he's been
newborn
carrying
chick
around
phoenix.
is actually a phoenix.
You know how phoenixes work, Tyler?
Yeah. They are reborn in the ashes. They're reborn, so it's a chick again because it's born.
You said baby, I thought you thought maybe it was like a fresh phoenix
No.
or something. Okay. Go ahead, Lucas.
Oh, that was it. They just announced.
Okay.
Grindelwald told him that he was Aurelius Dumbledore.
Also, don't talk down to me, Chris.
So, is it my turn? I'm
Yeah.
just waiting.
Yeah,
I'm
go for
okay.
it.
Wait.
Go for it.
So, I want to say two things that I thought were dope about this movie. The first action sequence was sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree
opening
with that.
scene
Yeah, yeah.
was good.
That was sick. That was radical. That was hop af. I thought Johnny Depp did a good job.
Yes,
I wasn't
agreed with
expecting that.
Best part of the movie.
I thought he was going to suck. He didn't. I was pleasantly surprised with that. Okay, three things. Jude Law, when they talk in the books, when they talk about how Dumbledore had a twinkle in his eye, that kind of Jude Law fit that.
Jude Law has a
Uh, e-
twinkle in his eye. That's like, you know.
everything else about this movie was just excrement. Like, okay, when we were watching the movie, there's the scene in the grave where that dude from Africa, Yusuf, I think his name was, and Lita Lestrange are arguing about Credence being Corvus Lestrange, which would be Lita's brother. So they're having this it feels like it's a 15-minute sequence, honestly. So, and then Lita gives this.
Where they pull up the family tree.
Do they not have pacifiers? Like, I don't understand. Like, baby's crying. I'll trade it out for this one because that's something a kid would. I mean, I was a kid. I don't feel like that was something I would have done.
Well, you're an only child, Chris. You wouldn't understand.
You were the younger one. Shut up.
Yeah, I would have been the one that got thrown off the boat.
So I'm thinking, like, let's put that weirdness aside, which nobody I've seen criticize it. I thought that was weird, but whatever. And so we get out of this, and they're still arguing about it. And then Credence just like jumps in. Who am I? Out loud. It just broke the tension in the worst way possible.
Say that again, please. When you get so loud, your mic cuts out, dude.
Like they're Yusuf and Lita are like almost like face to face, and they're like discussing this at length, and it's like you're watching. Like, who am I? I'm thinking, okay, just somebody. Okay, what's happening? Who is he? And then he just goes in. Who am I? And I'm like, yo, why did you break the tension like that? I burst. You saw me burst out laughing. I couldn't hide it. Like, it was so out of place. Like, it's like that scene in SpongeBob where it's like plankton and crabs, plankton, crabs, plankton, and then SpongeBob's like, SpongeBob. It's the exact same thing. You just butts in where he's not needed.
Or the Shrek sequence where it's like, donkey.
Exactly.
It's
exactly
like,
the same. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I didn't like. Also, one thing I didn't like is I didn't feel like Queenie going to Grindelwald was earned.
I was going to talk about that later. Yeah. No, I'm
not earned.
No, because that whole thing, like, I get in America, you wizards and...
Yeah, here's my thing. Move to London.
Exactly. That's what they did. Like, cause,
like they were there. They were fully there. They made it.
You were in Europe. What's stopping y'all? Like, you were already in London.
And they say that in the movie. They're like, oh, but London, they're really progressive here. They don't have those same views. But
and
it's like...
And then she, like, leaves something? I'm like...
Well, he calls her crazy because...
Well, he doesn't call her. He doesn't say it. He thought it.
Exactly.
Because she reads minds or something. I don't freaking know.
Yeah, and we were talking about whether or not she was Legilimens earlier, and I went back and watched clips of the first movie, and that was confirmed, so I don't remember who I argued that with.
You argued with me.
She is.
You guys argued it against me, and I was like, nobody said it in the first one.
I apologize. You're getting mad at me for apologizing.
Lucas, I want you to apologize too.
I'm not apologizing because in the books it's described as reading people's emotions, not their thoughts.
Well, guess what? They call it that in the first movie, Lucas.
I don't care.
Okay, anyway.
I didn't pay real close attention to the first movie because it was bad.
Wow.
So, let's see, what else? Like, and what made me mad about that part specifically is because in the first movie, I thought her and Jacob were like the best part for me. I thought that was really cool. And like, I felt like the chemistry was good. And then this one, I'm like, what just happened? Like, she just yelling at him? Like, yo, chill.
Jacob gives guys like me hope.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but I still think they'll pull it out. Still think they'll pull that out.
Probably not. She's probably gonna die.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna die.
All right, hold on, mark it down. If we're still doing this podcast, whenever that movie comes out, whenever they're done,
that'll be like
she'll either die or have to go to prison.
That's gonna be 6 years at least. Yeah. Because if there's 2 years between,
make it that long.
First year between was 2016, so this one's 2018. So yeah, we're looking at 2024 for the last one.
Sure, yeah. I don't know.
I'll be 30.
You said 6 years?
Yeah, 30.
31. I'll be 31.
Yeah, because you're 25 right now. I'll be 30.
That's the math. So I see. There's so much I didn't like. I gotta really try to cut this down. Okay, so the whole you're a brother of your Dumbledore's brother. Okay, here's how I've the podcast I was listening to just said, here are the ways, here's like the only way this can happen without it totally upending all the canon is that he lies to Credence,
That's
right?
what
I
I
mean,
think.
yeah, but he.
Or because Dumbledore talks about the Obscurial being a dark twin, right?
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go with it. Go with it. I'm
I
with you.
want to see where you're going to see if I'm going to go somewhere completely different.
No.
Go.
No.
So
No.
what?
No. No. No.
Oh,
No. I'm not gonna say it. I want you to say, and then I'll decide if I want to say after you say.
oh, I'm going to get you to tell me anyway.
I will
Uh,
tell you. I want you to go first.
so what? What was mentioned? What was mentioned in the podcast is that. So it's the Obscurial would be Ariana Dumbledore's.
Evil twin.
No, no, her obscure. She was an Obscurial.
Oh.
So like when he's talking, he might not be talking to Credence. He might be talking to the Obscurial, which is Ariana Dumbledore, which was his.
Okay. Because the Obscurial. So I just basically told you what I thought you were gonna go with. Like that. Credence is basically the Obscurial is like an evil copy, and that made like Credence the evil copy of Ariana. But never mind.
How would they have? Yeah, and I don't remember how they traced it back to her exactly.
I
To
mean,
get
she
to
was
him.
sick.
No. If we want to get the timeline, then the movie explicitly stated that boat is in 1901. So, Dumbledore's mom died. I want to say 1889-ish, and so they're thinking it was like they obviously would have. There's 3 movies to get this parsed out, obviously, but Dumbledore's dad might have had another child. That's how, and then he was on the boat with somebody somebody else.
You think Dumbledore's
So-
dad was trying to get rid of it, like pawn it off on somebody else?
I wish I had listened to this podcast right before. I would have been able to remember exactly what they said, because this is bugging me that I can't remember it.
It would make
I
sense
just-
like he was trying to get rid of it, but to like hide it or whatever. I don't know. So send it to America because that's where the boat was going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. That's what I don't quite remember what they were talking about that, because I think something had happened at work. I had to pause the podcast or something. Anyway, but I'm still even if he lies to him, who else is he gonna be? Like, because they're not gonna have him be some random guy that nobody's ever heard of. He's gonna have to be related to somebody.
He's a Lestrange.
Yeah, and they're like, she's okay. So you just gave her. Why couldn't she have just been some random character if she was gonna die?
I
Why
don't
did
know.
she have to be Lestrange?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Just say like, I don't understand. That seems so dumb.
I was about to say something really stupid about who Credence was.
Go for it, please.
I was gonna say, oh, it's Grindelwald's kid. I'm like, nope, because Grindelwald and Dumbledore were lovers.
Also, yeah. Okay, fine. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I don't think he would have a kid with.
And
somebody,
another
you know what I mean?
problem I have is, okay, so when they're at Hogwarts at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah.
We got Dumbledore talking to, or not Dumbledore. Nagini's on the bridge, right? She's there with everybody.
She's with the
Yeah.
she's with the
She's
group.
with everybody. So you're telling me when him and Harry talking about the Horcruxes, Dumbledore doesn't know that was a person? Dumbledore's seen her. Dumbledore has literally looked at that person. And now you're telling me Dumbledore's too stupid to connect the dots on that? That something ain't right. Something ain't adding up there.
Well, just
either.
because he saw her doesn't mean like he knew.
I'm sure he found out. Like, there's got to be some like that's like.
I mean, I don't think Nagini really bothers me as much because, I mean, it is basically just a way to be like, oh, hey, look, here's this character in these old movies.
Makes it mad
but-
too.
Huh?
That's what makes me kind of mad too.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
She's
her
too
as a
hot for that to happen to her too. It's a shame.
Yeah, her as a character doesn't bother me whatsoever. Like if
Especially
these
if she didn't do
movies,
anything.
right? Exactly. So if these movies happened, like before the books or anything like that, and then Nagini, they like, connected her finding Voldemort in the forest and all that kind of stuff. Like if they connect all that, that would be kind of cool. But where there's no books or anything, like I do
There's
feel
nothing
like
to fall back on.
yeah, if this movie was a book first, I feel like the book would be really good.
I feel like if they're gonna do anything with Nagini to like connect her to Voldemort, I feel like this is. I hope they don't do it like this, but I feel like they will. It'll be done in like after credit scenes or something. Like it'll be like a bonus
They're not
feature,
gonna put stingers in this, Tyler.
or
Harry
like
Potter fans are not gonna sit.
not
through
like post credit,
credits
but
for
like
things.
it's like a flash forward or something, and it's like Voldemort killing the guy or person that splits his soul, and like Nagini just happens to be there in the Algerian forest, like the
Albanian. They don't have
Albanian.
forests
I
in
don't.
Algeria.
Whatever. I can't. I knew I was close. But like,
Anyway.
whatever. But like, I feel like Nagini will just be there, and he'll put his soul into her or whatever.
Here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want to see the process of a Horcrux. It's described in the books as so bad that I never want to find out what makes it. I want it to be like unknown. I don't want to know how it's actually done because that would just ruin some of the magic for me.
Well, we know it's like he's killed people and then like splits the soul, but I don't know.
Kills people all the time. There's an actual process. You can't just kill somebody and then.
I thought it was a
you
certain
make it-
like spell or something.
There's probably stuff like that involved, but it's horrible. Like even in the Half-Blood Prince, Hermione's like I'm not. No.
Well, that's why he's doing it in an Albanian forest, and like
He did it plenty other places. He killed Hepzibah Smith. Made a Horcrux out of Helga Hufflepuff's cup, and that was in England.
I mean, I was just trying to. I was just like predicting. Like that's my prediction of how they're gonna tie Nagini in with the rest of it. I said I don't want it to happen. I'm just saying.
I just want a scene where like they meet, and that's it. I don't want anything else. That's it. I don't even want to see Voldemort, to be honest with you.
You just want, like you hear his voice or something.
No, I just wanted to go to Albania, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, it would even be like nice if she was like, "I'm going to be turning soon. I'm going to go to the forest," and then have her get on a train or whatever to Albania, and that's it. That would be enough connection.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. I'd be fine with that.
No Voldemort, because here's the problem: if we have Voldemort, they're probably gonna have somebody different be Voldemort, and I will not abide that.
Yeah.
I will not abide anybody being a different character. Like, no.
Well, it'd be like Tom. I wonder if he'd be more Tom Riddle-ish, like features.
Not at that point.
Not at that point where he found
Tom
Nagini.
Riddle. Wait, no. What do you mean? He'll be more like Tom Riddle, or more like Voldemort? What'd you say?
He'll be more like Tom Riddle.
It'll be more like Voldemort at that point.
Oh, he would be.
Albania was like there towards the end.
Yeah.
Of his first go.
Yeah, of his first go.
Of his first go. Okay, so I want to talk about like why Nicholas Flamel's parts were bad, because like that's one thing that's eating me up inside.
He was completely unnecessary.
Yeah, like why not just have some random safe house or something like,
or even be like, "Hey, go meet my friend Nicholas Flamel." He doesn't have to. He wasn't even there for the first like hour they were there, and then he shows up and was like,
Okay, here's the thing.
We're gonna go
Like,
run over here.
you're taking a dude's like a squid out of a dude's eye, and he doesn't hear that, but Jacob's stomach growls. And he's like, "Oh, what is that noise?"
Yeah.
well, I mean, maybe
What
he's
is
used
this
to
massive-
he's used to taking out the parasite, but like where he's like the alchemist, he's not used to hearing stomachs growl or something. I don't know.
I don't know. He was completely unnecessary. And then at the end of the movie, he ran and was like, "Hey, everybody, do this spell that you're
Stick your wand
already
into the
doing
ground."
together."
Yeah, like they didn't even say, "All right, you all know what spell I'm talking about. It's the super secret spell."
Yeah. And then it's like, "Oh, okay, now let's watch a giant CGI monster fight for the next minute and a half, because that's why we watch Harry Potter."
I still think the black cloaks along the buildings are kind of dumb too.
I thought that was neat. I don't know.
I feel like that was
a very obvious sign.
Well, I think only wizards saw it. I don't think muggles saw it.
They didn't, but the problem,
Well, I mean, here.
they
Like,
just fell out of place. I don't know.
I
why.
think like Grindelwald has to have his like style, and I guess he's kind of cloak and dagger, where Voldemort's kind of like up front, like I'm evil, yo. Like
Okay, hold.
snakes going through a skull in the sky.
But covering an entire city in black drapes.
But he had followers though. Like he had a bunch of
And
followers.
Voldemort didn't have followers.
But like
to be fair, those people that showed up weren't necessarily his followers yet.
No.
Yeah, but like it's like
he was recruiting.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like the black shade or whatever. What'd you say?
Black Plague.
Oh, like I felt like it was fine. I don't know. That's like his like calling card or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
I gotta correct him on the cloak and dagger thing. Voldemort was extremely cloak and dagger because we have when he comes back to power at the end of Goblet of Fire, we have that literal whole year of the Order of the Phoenix where he's behind the scenes the whole time.
Yeah, I guess
because the Ministry is like, no
says I.
He's not doing it. And then he was only forced out because he saw the Ministry. I feel like if he hadn't been seeing it, still would have been cloak and dagger.
Yeah. Taking over with like from within, behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'm not saying Grindelwald wasn't. I was just saying Dumbledore definitely wasn't.
You mean Voldemort. You said Dumbledore.
I know. Dumbledore's pretty cloak and dagger too.
I mean, yeah, but like we were talking about Voldemort, and you said Dumbledore. I know what you meant.
Dumbledore was very 007 in this movie.
Yeah, I kind of liked it though. I liked that style because it kind of fit the twinkle in his eye. You know what I mean? Like it's like kind of has like a pizzazz to it.
With his 3-piece suit.
Dude, what a baller! And McGonagall doesn't exist yet in the according to Pottermore.
She doesn't. She's not born until like 1935 or something, and the flashback is 1928.
Well, here's the thing: you have her in the present in that movie, plus in a flashback.
Right.
So like,
so what if it was her? I mean, do we know
I don't think she was in the present.
Great grandmother was named Isabella McGonagall. That's who she was named after. No, Isabella. Oh,
well, I mean,
Minerva
they just say.
Let me look
they
it
don't
up.
call her Minerva, do they? They just call her
McGonagall. They just call her McGonagall.
So it could be an aunt or her mother.
Also, I don't think we saw her in the present. I thought that was a flashback.
When she was chasing
both.
Yeah, and then she was chasing Lita in the flashback, and then she chased the Ministry dudes into the office, into Dumbledore's office in the present.
Oh yeah. You're right. Backtrack a little bit.
Her Boggart is Lord Voldemort. Sorry, I just looked her up on Wikipedia.
Her Boggart's Lord Voldemort. That's cool.
That's lame, Boggart. Oh.
No, what? No, it ain't.
It's her biggest. It's her biggest fear.
That's a cop out. That's a cop out, Boggart.
I mean, it would be pretty easy to be afraid. I mean, Newt's was a desk and
but
paper.
That's cool. That's interesting.
No, it's not.
Harry's is a Dementor.
Yeah, but that's very important to the plot.
Well, McGonagall freaking scared of Voldemort. That's important to the plot.
Like mine, I can already guarantee you what mine would be. It would be a gigantic wasp.
Yeah, I guaranteed that. I don't know what mine would be. I feel like actually I know what it would be. We're not gonna
stream.
What'd you say?
What? A power outage, so you can't stream.
I've not streamed at all this week because I've been setting up my PC.
Apparently you were streaming Monday when to say hang out with him.
Oh yeah, no, I streamed Monday because I still had my Xbox. I built my PC Tuesday and was setting up stuff yesterday. I've like setting up other stuff the rest of the week. I forgot that I streamed Monday.
Lucas, you said something about Boggarts?
Oh yeah, my Boggart would be this blue light that shines down from the ceiling, and then you get this like wavy white drape effect. That I immediately thought that somebody was drowning, but I had no idea why it was important.
Oh my god! Hey, here's what I understand. How did she see that as her Boggart? She didn't see it in the ocean.
Well, no,
exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Because that water is crystal clear.
And there wasn't even subtle.
We're talking about Lita Lestrange is Boggart, by the way, people.
Yeah, her Boggart.
Yeah.
So like,
it should have just been the baby.
Yes, like this would have been so much more easier. Plus, it wasn't even subtle. Like they literally showed the exact same shot.
Because then, like, plus she's supposed to be this outcast kid at Hogwarts, then you can have all the kids make fun of her because she's afraid of babies.
They didn't even know what it was.
Would,
that looked like I couldn't even tell what that was, dog.
I know,
Yeah,
that's
me
what
either.
I'm saying. But I mean, I really did immediately think, I was like, oh, that looks like somebody's drowning in like a giant cloak or a blanket or something. But
we all agree that
the
flashbacks need to be in a different order of the movie or something. Like
or
we
they
needed more.
shouldn't have been involved at all.
Or I mean, like either or. Like I'm fine with either. I just if they were gonna be done, they were fine. They just needed to be reordered and put like. I don't know, because like you're going in with nothing, and then they go back and explain it, and it didn't have the same effect as if I knew what it was when they did the flashback.
Right, exactly, and it was just like, oh, we got this great idea for this, certain part of the movie, but the reason why it happens like this took place like 50 years ago. Let's go back and watch it.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. The whole Little Strange storyline, like. It wasn't even important, but and then it was very badly done.
Yeah. I mean, they literally, at the climax of it, they had to sit down, pull up a family tree, and trace through it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No. I feel like if you're going to do... So let's say we take out the Little Strange thing... And just he's like, I don't know, because you couldn't do that. He's rumored to be the secret Dumbledore that nobody else knows about or whatever besides Grindelwald. But like you could, there's got to be some way of like taking out the whole Lestrange kind of story arc and making it just like Grindelwald's lying to Credence that he's like that he is,
or Newt finds Credence, and for most of the movie he's with them, and then he gets turned because Grindelwald knows.
Ooh, yeah. That would be really good. That's also very well done.
Good.
Like, what they go find their
Come
initial
on, Hollywood, give me your money.
Their initial like thing is they're gonna go find Credence, but they find Grindelwald, so they follow him around trying to help that whole thing, and then Grindelwald like Chris said.
Yeah, I also think I just thought of this while you all were talking, and it's not what we were talking about really, but. The more I think about it, the more I think Grindelwald is lying to Credence about his identity. Simply because you think about the scene that he found the little baby bird. It's whenever that guy crawls into the wall with his little mom, and he like comes in and attacks and kills her, and then all that stuff happens, which that whole scene was pretty cool with all the...
That was dope, yeah.
I
like everything
that.
coming out and coming back in. And then whenever he disappears, then it cuts to Nagini, looking around and all that stuff, and then it cuts back to Credence, and he's squat down on the floor holding a little baby bird. The more I think about it, the more I think that guy planted that bird there. And then at the end of the movie... Grindelwald just transfigures it into a phoenix to, I guess, back up. I guess the story of a phoenix comes to a Dumbledore in a time of need, is kind of known at that point in the world. So he transfigures it into a phoenix to make him believe.
You could still have that scene without the Lestrange story arc too, because you could just have like Credence be hiding out with that like weird lady or whatever, the weird elf human hybrid.
You're not weird. That's racist, dog.
She had like the fingers are what got me. She only had 3 like long fingers and like one thumb, and they were like super long. And it was weird to me. But anyways, that's beside the point. You could still have that.
I didn't even notice the fingers.
I didn't even notice it either, dude.
It's my boggart's gonna be that hand just coming out at me.
What a freak!
But like Credence could have been hiding out with that lady, like trying to stay safe, and like that guy come in and like try to kill him, and he gets pissed off, and then like the rest of that scene. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Or in the first movie, Percival Graves was just still Colin Farrell, and it would have been way cooler because he was dope.
I mean, Colin Farrell is pretty dope.
Poor guy. She got shafted, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, he got a whole movie, pretty much a whole movie.
But none of it mattered.
Yeah. Grindelwald was, I mean, not Grindelwald. Johnny Depp was, I think with this Grindelwald, even though he didn't get a whole lot of screen time, which was disappointing because he was definitely my favorite part of the movie. I mean, the opening scene was awesome.
That was pretty sick.
It was great.
And then his monologue at the end was really good.
Yeah, I thought
it was well
when
delivered.
he starts the rally, it's great, but the end of the rally was not great.
Well, because it went all according to his plan.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the movie, well, why did Queenie go? Why did Lita go?
Yeah, because
yeah,
I was on that ship hard, and then now it's just like, why am I even?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying the monologue part.
Yeah,
of
no,
that,
he did really. He did really well with that.
Up until because then he's like, and then they foreshadowed the first dude that dies in the blue fire. They've basically told you in the first quarter of the movie that you're going to die. Because
why
you
did
don't
they even
believe
have
in the
that point
cause.
though? Why did they even have that guy? He didn't
To
do
show
anything.
that if you're not a true believer, you die in the fire trying to cross it.
I mean, I could have been like, I feel like didn't need to be established. I feel like that seems like something I would have picked up on. I'm pretty oblivious.
A better way to establish it, which I mean, I don't know Jacob's plan in the future, but as Queenie goes, have him be like, okay, I will follow you to stay, and then as he goes across, he dies.
Oh, chill.
That would have gave Queenie so much more
But that wouldn't have put her.
reason.
That wouldn't have made her do it. That would have been she would have been like, whoa, okay, maybe this isn't good, right?
Possibly, I don't know. Or it could have drove her to a breaking point, saying that she had to push this to this point because wizards and witches weren't seen or had to hide from the rest of the world, and with Grindelwald we'll be able to walk freely. So that could have pushed her to that. But like I said, I don't know what Jacob's plans are for the rest of the movies.
Well, he's gonna hang out with Newt. That's his whole thing. That's his whole shtick.
Yeah.
Jacob, man.
He would have. That would have added some, I think, much needed weight to the movie. Outside of, I mean, the first scene. If they kept the tone of the first scene throughout the movie, I'd have been.
Yeah,
I guess we're okay with it. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, because where Queenie just deuces out. You know what I mean? She's gone.
Yeah.
There's no way to develop that whole So let's say it started small. She just walks out, comes back little she's a little heated and comes back, and it's a continual thing through the whole movie. And then at the end, she's like,
because it all happens off screen. So we're like, wait, how did she what?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly.
It would have made more sense of them sticking together and arguing through the movie.
Exactly.
About it and bickering back and forth, but they're still trying to find a way to make it work, and then maybe something happens in Paris or in London or something where it's supposed to be more progressive and stuff like that, but they run into maybe an American or something, and he attacks them or does whatever, not physically attacks them, but verbally or something. And,
what if you obliviate or no? What's it called when you wipe memories? Is that
Obliviate?
Yeah. What if he obliviates Jacob and Queenie has to restore his memories or something? It spurred he's you shouldn't know this. Obliviate, and pisses off Queenie.
Right. Something I don't know. There was no connection between the two.
Yeah, and okay, let's.
It was and she had to enchant him to even get him to go to London in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel okay, so let's take out all the plots right here. So you have the Lestrange plot of just Lita being child murderer or whatever. You have the Credence plot which is like
I
him.
ain't no fortunate son. Sorry.
Yeah, like he was a Lestrange. Now's a Dumbledore. Who the heck knows about that? So that's two plots. You have the Jacob
Oh,
Queenie plot,
shoot.
and then you have the
Newton
Dumbledore,
Tina.
the Newton Tina. Yeah, Dumbledore and Grindelwald. That's 5 plots right there. That
Yeah.
like so you could eliminate the Lestrange one. You could
Which is the main plot of this movie.
Yeah, I know. Like that's
the
bad
main
that you can
one.
eliminate that one and make the movie better. Because like
Yeah.
you could have had the whole Credence plot be the whole thing of like just forget the the Corvus Lestrange, just have Credence being tried to be found because he's like an obscurial that is very powerful or whatever. So they're trying to capture him. Newt tries to save him, like because that's what Newt does. Grindelwald gets
You
him.
could even have Credence in custody for part of the movie.
And like
And
Grindelwald
then
busts him out or something.
Yeah, that would give him another reason to be loyal to Grindelwald.
Exactly. There we go. And then Newt and Tina try to get him back. But then you find out, like, they go, like, and Dumbledore's like, man, you have to stop Grindelwald because if he gets, like, Credence, we're done or whatever. And, like, Newt's like, well, why can't you help? Well, I can't move against Dumbledore. You could have the same ending but done so much better.
Can we also take out the part where he blows off the side of a mountain? Like, what the heck was that?
I don't know, dude. It shows how powerful he is. I don't know.
I'm like, that's the dumbest thing. I mean, I was like, nope, that's not a thing. That's not.
He didn't even say a spell.
Yeah, okay. That's
He
something
also
I
never had
don't-
a wand in the first movie, did he?
Nope, he just gave him a wand.
Yeah.
The one
I
with
was
the
like-
wand chose the wizard, boy.
Yeah.
Take that kid to Ollivander's, dog.
What if that was one of the wizards, like, that Credence killed, though? So it would have been his wand.
Not all. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Wand
just feel like that was
law
like-
and all that stuff gets really confusing.
Yeah.
I just was like, just like blew up a mountain with a wand. I mean, like, what?
Why? Why would
That's
you
like
do that?
Impossibly strong. Like, it's like that's not real. That's not. That would make him like the most powerful wizard ever. Like, what spell is gonna do that? Like, he didn't even say nothing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's another reason to make you think he is a Dumbledore. Even though Aberforth is not gifted like
just a dude.
Dumbledore or like Albus. Yeah, he's just a dude. He runs a shop or an inn or something like that.
The hogs, the boar's head.
The boar's head, yeah.
Well, that's the hog's head.
No, not boar's head. Boar's head's a meat.
Boar's head and has gone.
Okay. So that is like our kind of thoughts on Crimes of Grindelwald.
Gone thought.
Yeah. that's Chris's thing, summing it up. Now Chris wanted to have like a special kind of topic he wanted to talk about because this week we've lost somebody special.
Yeah, so for most of the people, I guess, that listen to this podcast probably are aware that the creator of SpongeBob died Tuesday. I'm pretty sure it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was. It was Tuesday. And so ALS, which is bad, but it's like one of the most important shows that I had growing up. Not because it like taught me life lessons or anything like that, but like I don't really know how to articulate it. It was like it's to this day my favorite TV show. It just sort of I don't know how to describe it really. It just was the show that I could watch with my parents and they understood it and I understood. And we understood it together. I don't know. I feel like it's making me like really upset, like legit upset. Like I don't usually get like upset about celebrity deaths, but like I guess this is just part of getting old. I guess is just the people that you grew up admiring. I mean, and it's a testament to how good the show was. I mean, especially those first 3 seasons before the movie, that it's pretty ubiquitous. Like, it's probably our generation's Simpsons. I would probably say that references go like you can say SpongeBob references can get you a lot of mileage. Like you
Yeah.
can talk about any person, make a joke for SpongeBob, and it'll land. And I was thinking also about like my favorite SpongeBob episode would be, and I was gonna wonder like what your guys's were maybe.
Yeah, what's
Like
yours?
mine is un without a shadow of a doubt it's Band Geeks.
That's such
I
a good
don't think
episode.
I don't think there's a TV show episode out there that lands every joke in the episode perfectly. I don't. There's not a joke in that episode that does not land. It's it's amazing because
And if
there's
you
a
play
lot of
that song, if you play the song from it, everybody knows it.
yeah. It's I mean, there's even a petition now to play it at the Super Bowl halftime show this year. It's got like 80,000 signatures.
That'd be sweet. That I would.
I vote.
I wish I could find that petition and sign it.
Hey, I tweeted it. I tweeted the link to the petition so you can go get it, sign it. Um,
We'll retweet that from our Twitter account at BT Static.
yeah, I, I mean, I like the live tunes like Ed, Ed and Eddie, which is awesome too. But SpongeBob is just for me like, I guess it really developed my sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like off the wall, just stupid stuff. And then so there's also really good like subtle puns in that show that people don't even get at sometimes, and jokes that went over my head as a kid that I've watched the show now. I'm like, oh my gosh, why this is even funnier now. And even like the fact that as a kid, Squidward's like, dude, Squidward, just grow up. What is wrong with you, you freaking jerk? Why are you so mean all the time? And now, like as an adult, you're like, oh my gosh, SpongeBob, what is your problem? Like, come down to earth a little bit. Now Squidward's like, I don't like this the weird turn that you make. Now
It
you're
fits-
identifying Squidward.
It fits all ages. Is like that's like when you can when it ages like you do and like your perspective on it ages it, but it's still good. That means it's a good show.
I mean, I could sit here for 3 hours and talk about specific episodes. So I mean, like, that's it. But I think Band Geeks has definitely got to be up there as far as not even just animated shows. I think it's one of the best episodes of TV that's ever been made. I think.
I know my favorite like SpongeBob episode is like can I say the full episode because it's like 2 segments and like but
Oh, is it?
make up-
It's like a half-hour one
yeah it's a
that takes up both segments. Okay.
well
Yeah.
no it's like 2 separate ones but they're one episode they're always played together.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I love the chocolate episode. I love that one, especially like the old lady because I always reference that with the kids at youth. Like what? Well, because I can't hear what the crap when I'm in the sound booth.
What?
What? What did you say?
What are they selling?
Yeah, exactly. And then like the episode that or like the one that's paired with that one is the Super Friends one.
That one's good too.
I love that one because like I'm a comic book nerd and I'm like I love like when they make like kind of jabs at that.
Oh, shoot.
Evil.
Krakatoa.
I'm hot.
Hey man, that's not cool. See, I don't even have to picture. I can just picture it in my mind. Like it's
You
weird.
want to see me run to that mountain back? You want to see me do it again? I could finally touch my toes.
see like there's like see like every episode. Like I mean, probably after Bang Geeks, I have to do like probably. I don't even remember. Oh, this is bad that I can't remember. I'm mad that I can't remember the name of it. It's the one where they're in Sandy's dome and she's hibernating.
Pinhead Larry?
It's not the name of the episode.
But like I know which one you're talking about. Like
Yeah,
who
That
are you,
episode's
who are
awesome.
you calling Pinhead?
that episode. That episode is also really strong too. Like,
I'm Dirty Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan.
which one of you is the real dirty? Dan?
I am.
He just rips off his head. Like, what the heck?
I love the fur outfits they make.
And then
We
we need to just do a SpongeBob podcast.
do. We need to do. We'll do one. We'll do an episode for that
Good episode of
next week.
SpongeBob.
Next week maybe.
Hey Lucas, do you have a favorite episode?
The one that I always reference is the pinky up and the
Oh.
water.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need it. It's that one, and you just mentioned my other favorite one. It's the two that where they goes into Sandy's little dome, and the one with Pinhead Larry, and that one. Those are the two I always think of whenever I think of SpongeBob.
And I think also part of it, I'm gonna get a little I'm gonna get a little sentimental about it. Is like it's like one of the shows that like bonded me and my mom together, which is weird. I don't know if it's weird, but like, because I could like see something in my life, like I could go outside and see a reference and like message my mom on Facebook and like take a picture of it and be like, what is it like? What does this remind you of? And then she'd be like, she'd get it. Like
you're the only person I know that Facebook messages their mom instead of text them.
Why would I text her? It's so much quicker to send her a Facebook message.
Text messages are just as fast.
Not, because when she's at work, she usually has her computer, so I can just message her on Facebook. But like, and like the one we reference all the time is literally any time the phrase 3 days is mentioned, one of us will look at each other and be like, you know how long it took to make this potato salad?
That's a good one.
3 days. And it's stupid because no, obviously potato salad doesn't take 3 days to make. It's just I don't know. It's just pretending to drown. No. I mean, the songs are good.
Oh
like,
my gosh, that reminds me of another one. Rip My Pants. Like, yeah. Rip My Pants is a good episode.
There's just so many. When Big Larry came around to put him down, SpongeBob turned it up. It's perfect. Like,
or no, turned into a line. I said the wrong line.
Nobody ever wants to dance with the fool that went and ripped his pants. I know I shouldn't mope around, I shouldn't boast, but the pain feels so much worse.
Yeah.
I know
I'm gonna get sentimental too because one of my
SpongeBob said that. I felt that, man.
One of my heroes passed away here recently, and I kind of didn't want to talk about it when it was fresh. But I did an episode with Play Comics Wednesday night. We recorded Wednesday night for that, and it'll be out Sunday. But like Stan Lee passed away, and like I'm a huge DC fan. Do not but I started on Marvel Comics with X-Men, and with Captain America and Spider-Man, and like we're just losing a lot of great content creators that like maybe could have been the reason why we made this podcast. Like just like wanting to be like our heroes that made people laugh, made people think about stuff like that. And like if you ever want to wonder why we do this, it's because we want to make stuff for you. We want to make you laugh, and then we like having fun with each other. But yeah, we got real deep on this one.
You know what wasn't deep?
Yeah.
What?
The plot of Fantastic Beasts.
We suck.
All right. Let's. we're at time. Guys, thank you guys so much. Wait, what?
I have a final thought on Fantastic Beasts.
What? Go for it.
Go watch Creed 2.
Go watch Creed 2. So I know that Chris isn't gonna go watch Creed 2. I don't even think he's watched Creed 1, but I want to do a Creed 2 episode. But we're gonna do a SpongeBob episode soon. That one's declared. I declare it. It's happening. Well, I don't know. Can we do a full hour on SpongeBob?
I know I can.
It can be a part if we can't.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll give it more time than what we just gave it. Also, is that it? No, there's not it. Play Comics. Go check out Play Comics. There'll be a link to the episode in the description. I was on it. It was pretty cool. We talked about Venom and Spider-Man's game, Separation Anxiety, which was old Sega Genesis. So go check that out. It's a side scroller beat 'em up. We had pretty fun talk about comics and video games. Chris Osborne would love to have you just drop by and listen to it and comment, like, subscribe, and share. Also, be sure to check out our Twitter. I mentioned earlier, we're at BT Static. I'll retweet the petition for the what's the song called, Chris?
What song?
The Bubble Bowl song.
Sweet Victory.
Sweet Victory. Well, I'll retweet that from our BT Static Twitter account. So if you want to send that petition, you can. Also, if you want to email us topics, email us something to talk about, email us movies you want to hear us review, you can email us at btstatic.pod@gmail.com. We are on all major podcasting platforms. We're on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, share, go tell your friends, because that's what helps us keep doing this. And yeah, I can guarantee this one's been better than Static, guys. What about you?
I gotta pee.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna close out this episode. Hopefully, this episode's been better than Static. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Yeah.
Have you ever been reading through a stack of comics and thought, hey, maybe I should see what this Arkham Asylum game is all about? Or been playing Marvel vs. Capcom and felt like you were at a real disadvantage because you didn't know who half the characters were? Well, Play Comics is the show for you. I'm Chris, and each episode, I take a look at video games based on comic book properties and how well they stick to that source material. So, whether you know the comics and want to actually learn how these games work, or know the games and want to know what the hell is going on, go check out Play Comics at playcomics.com, the Brain Trust Bros Network, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.